If you're venturing in the world of DIY car ceramic coating for the first time, this video I want to share some of the questions and decisions I've faced when it comes to ceramic coating a car. Now keep in mind, I am not a pro here, so take my words with a grain of salt. To make sure I provide you a complete picture, I will also be sharing some references videos by professionals which I used, and links are there in the description. So what I'm adding here are those little extra steps to cover the things that often get overlooked. So for background, I acquired Tesla last October. Fast forward 10 months, washing becomes a battle. Bugs are sticking like a glue, black spots appearing, and in one place, a paint chipped off. Wow, that caused me to do a little research to realize I'm not alone. Many Tesla owners grapple with this super thin, pearl white paint coat issue. The paint protection film is like the best option. Ceramic coat is another. Repainting is another choice. So I found myself weighing cost, complexities, and the DIY approach. I was basically searching for a solution that would prevent bugs from sticking, ensuring easy touchless washing experience and guard against some paint damage and rusting and lasting protection without breaking the bank. And in conclusion, PPF seemed heavy on the pocket and complex for a DIY approach, so skipped it. Repainting more costlier, and after exploring various options, I settled on ceramic coating, especially graphene ceramic coating. This is an efficient compromise considering the cost, plus it leaves room to explore PPF later. Paint is still a problem. Now, frankly, finding the right ceramic coating felt like navigating a maze. The market is flooded with promotional coatings, but which one? And that's when a trusted source entered Pen the Organizer. It's a familiar face on YouTube, and he did this video about New Adam's Advanced Graphene Ceramic Coating. He's very familiar face on YouTube, known for his detailed reviews and plenty of sponsored content, yes. Yet it was this non-promotional, non-sponsored use of this Adam's Graphene Ceramic Coating on his wife's girlfriend car. And then he did a 14-month follow-up, and there is a 2-month follow-up also. That video is also there. There was showcasing good amount of satisfaction with the product, and that's what made me intrigued. Dig a deeper dive into Adam Graphene Ceramic Coating and watched a lot of videos on Adam's YouTube channel, and the results were looking pretty satisfactory. Process was looking also straightforward, and I think there are a few things which made my decision easier, right? First, I wanted a ceramic coating as part of car washing, so I wanted one brand. Car washing, Adams ensures seamless compatibility across car wash products, right? So their Mega Foam car wash product is considered, top of the line in the industry. The lifespan of this particular product, which I chose, is almost 9+ years of protection. And let's take you to the comparison part. So this is where you can see they have multiple products. This looks really, really good. And there are other two products which are a little bit cheaper, but if you are making the effort, there's a lot more goes into it. Adam offers a comprehensive graphene coating package for a very decent price. And this is a trusted brand. They're in this industry for a very long time, so obviously they're not going to make a mess out of it. Initially dismissed this as a gimmick, the blue light feature, but then turned out to be a game changer. It's not just a fancy trick. It's the best way to observe the coating level effect. And if you look into this picture, you can see here there is a bluish shade here, which is very difficult to see, and look into the dusk time, you will be able to notice it. But what it's telling is that there is an extra overlap, or there are some areas where it did not do the coating, and that's why it becomes so much valuable. I ordered this entire kit, including extra accessories and the glass graphene coating also. This is that package. which comes with ceramic glass coating, which I did some time back. So already finished the glasses and today plan to do this one. Now, while the price of this coating is 169, you can see there is a 25% discount. Buy a kit with light. That's what I did. Now, some checklists. Would want to have a LED light. So unless you're doing in a garage which has an awesome lighting, you want something like this because this is going to help you a lot in finding the black spots or the areas which are not clean. Having a second person isn't just helpful, it's essential in this case for timing, buffing, and precision. Right. Next item you want to worry about it, temperature matters. The manufacturer recommends 50 degree to 70 degree Fahrenheit. The cooler the temperature are better. So it will allow you more time between breaks and minimizing overlaps. So for example, you did one panel and you're doing a second panel. So if you wait, you do one panel, then you have to buff it up before you can do the second panel. Then there will be some overlap between those two panels where coating will touch to each other. And that way you will have some difference. It's not visible, but just so you know, the lesser you do, the better it is. You'll be using less coating to cover more area that way. That glass coating, if you have not done it, you want to do it first, but it's not necessary. It's just that glass is more forgiving and you can gain some experience before you start on the paint. So coating process is pretty much same, but on the glass, if you made a mistake, it's easy to do polish and all that. Next, you should expect about 6 to 7 hours of marathon for a full car, which exclude the glass. Last 2 hours of this process, you'll be working under dim light, right, under dusk. So plan accordingly. You want to aim to start at least 3 hours before sun. You don't want dusk sneaking up on you because that would be bad. Now, next step is start high and work your way down. It's systematic and it works. And if you're trying to do it outdoor on your garage pad and not inside the garage, then yes, you can coat outside, but beware of the Mother Nature whims. Ensure it's a dust-free environment and, watch for rain within 24 hours. Although a little bit mist based on the weather might not be a deal breaker in this case. Thing to notice, buffing time vary with weather and temperature. So study the videos I put in the descriptions. Pour over the instructions, right, and become a timekeeping wizard. So first video would be from Pen the Organizer. The link is there in the description. Second would be that 14-month update. And then you want to go through these 3 videos from Adams, the manufacturer's YouTube channel. This one, they talk about the coating. And then in the next one, they cover some advanced coating technique, which will help you plan this. And in the third one, then if you messed up some of the ceramic coating, how much time you have to, recover and what are the ways you can recover from it. So this is a beautiful video where this gentleman shows what all you can do, what are the different ways you can fix the things. Typically, you have about 20-minute time before you can fix a big problem. After 20 minutes, it becomes a little hard. One thing, even the Adams page talks about is like expecting a rainbow under LED light. With this coating, I tried, but it wasn't noticeable. So, and I watched enough videos to confirm that how it works, but still could not make it work. So, if that doesn't work, you need to find out what is the right timing for buff for you, and we'll talk in a bit how to find that out. Now, there are a couple other things which, in general, recommendations are available in the market when you start looking at ceramic coating, but turned out I chose not to do that. I think the first one was synthetic clay brushes, where you have a clay brush like this and a clay luber, and you just do the synthetic clay cleaning before you do the coating. This was a yes for the glass, but no for the paint. But because they can leave behind those dreaded scratches and swirl marks. Next decision was to polish or not to polish. I mean, if your car is new and gets pampered with touchless cleaning, you might just want to skip paint polishing. Next, I would say hidden areas. Do you really want to cover it? Like when you open the door, there is a paint area there. Do you really want to ceramic coat it? No. It might be tempting to coat, but do you really need it? Well, I mean, talk all about it. Are you ready to see the transformation unfold? So let's buckle up. Step one is wash the car. I started about 3 hours before the sunset. Do the initial rinse, fire up the touchless car wash routine, rinse off with pressure washer. That's gonna get rid of majority of the bugs and the cleaning needs. And then next step is to do the strip wash. For strip wash, you want to use an Adam strip wash product like this. This is the second step. You want to start it about 2 hours before sunset, and now this is a full body spa, right? A light strip wash you will be doing all over the car. Go at it and wait for another 5 minutes or 10 minutes before the car is dry. Then again washed off. And with this wash, you want to also use a wash mitt with water and soap and kind of layer it up through the whole car. A very light touch to make sure any area where dust is there is being taken care of. You are doing a VIP treatment for the trims. Trims also need to be cleaned completely. Now, once you're done with the strip cleaning, make sure you wash it with ionized water. Or if you don't have that, use the blower to make sure that every part of water is out. You want to pop up on those doors and trunk, water be gone. You don't want to leave water anywhere there. Just make sure that you blow dry really, really well. And after the strip wash, there are still spots will be there, so make sure that those tiny sneaky spots, clean them up. If you don't, then missed ones will be sealed in forever. This is the cloth I used, plus this is the surface prep, came with it, a little bit is still left. So you spray a little bit on this and then use this to clean all over the car. So make sure that any spots at this point is being cleaned up. Including sponge, applicator, the blue light, two types of towel. This one is to remove the first 80% of while buffing, and this one is for finally 20% for the buffing. A most important step, safety precaution. At this point, you should wear gloves and a mask for protection. That's super important. Ceramic coating can create some problems, so make sure you have a mask and your hands are protected. Now shake the Advanced Graphene Ceramic Coating bottle really, really well. First time, and then a little bit once in a while after that. Blue light usage, it's for observing the coating level effect, not for checking buff time. Now here, you can see in this case, if you notice right here, there is a bluish line is there. So that's suggesting that there is an overlap of coating at this place. This is where this blue light shines off. If you are doing it for the first time, make sure you apply first time good enough amount of coating, because this is totally dry. For the first time, you should do it more. Then every time you'll be adding more, a little bit, 50% of that would probably be sufficient. But the idea is you have enough that you can do the crisscross pattern. So now let's do the test run. It's an optional, but wise step, because we want to pick a spot on the back of the car. I picked one near the number plate as a testing ground to find out what is the buffing time should be. Once you're done with it, dim the lights and start blue light from the Adams kit and start looking at how well the crisscross pattern work out. Now is the waiting game. After 3 minutes, you can keep trying every minute and see when you are easily able to buff it up. Once you're done with it, dim the lights, start blue light from the Adams kit and start looking at how well the crisscross pattern. Now is the waiting game. After 3 minutes, you can keep trying every minute and see when you are easily able to buff it up. The advanced technique, you can find the fourth video in this description. When you are able to buff not so easily to come off, that's the point when buff is ready. Note down the time it took to get to that stage. And that's your buffing period. So that's high level strategy at this point. You figured out your buffing windows somewhere around 5 to 8 minutes. That's why you want to do late in the day so you get more time and more buffing window. You want to plan for sessions. Split the coating task in about 5 sessions. If you have like about 8-minute buffing window, or you can plan for about 7 sessions if you have 5-minute buffing window, right? So almost one session will take 10 to 12 minutes, and it will cover 2 or 3 panels. Once you find out a buffer time, now the real work begin. Let's start with the front panel transformation. Now this is a precision work again. Crisscross pattern is your key for even coverage. Now, at a time, 2 panels are sufficient, but if your buffing time is 8 minutes, you can probably plan for 3, but 2 is a good window. And remember, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. In general, 15-20 minute window is your canvas. Mistakes age like fine wine, but not in a good way in this case. So team tactics, organize, coordinate, and if you can make it a duet with a partner. Continuous blue light checks by a partner can spot the uneven or missed spots. Especially focus on where panel join. Use blue light again until uniformity, the level of the coating sinks back to you. Within an 8-minute window, you can make corrections very gracefully. It's not that difficult at all. After you passed 8 minutes, that will be a little bit difficult. As I said, sometimes you have to put extra coating on the pad and then to remove it, and as the steps mentioned in the Adams video for that. Same process, rinse and repeat for the rest of the panels. Okay, it's time to check the results. So let's see how the next day look like. So this is the daytime, and the car looks amazing. So it's not yet 24 hours, we haven't drove it, but you can very well see that there are no markings, there's no wear, it's even visible. So it's look amazing. So this is the stuff. The front we did no issues, nothing. It's completely looking awesome. So we are getting to the end of the video, and I want to set some expectations versus reality. The coating says 9 years, but frankly, if it works for me for 3 years, I would call it a success. Next, you want to spoil your car with best soaps like Adam's Graphene Car Wash in this case for better upkeeps. Alright folks, that's a wrap. If you find a value in this guide and want to stay up to date with the latest tech, smart home technology is more, make sure to hit the like button, share it with your friends who are car enthusiasts or considering a DIY approach. And don't forget, if you haven't already, click on subscribe and ring that notification bell so you never miss any of my tech insights. Got any questions or comments? Drop them below. I would love to hear from you. Until next time, keep chasing perfection, but don't forget to balance it with what's practical.